This is the world's largest 5G port built with China's investment of 18 billion US dollars. Here, the annual container handling volume reaches an astonishing 40 million TEUs, equivalent to the annual handling volume of all ports in the United States combined. More than 720 million tons of cargo are shipped from this port every year and are ultimately shipped to more than 200 countries in the world. Even though this is one of the busiest ports in the world, you'll hardly see many people here. Because there are only 120 employees in the entire port, their main task is to use technology to control hundreds of automated robots in the port area from an office area 100 kilometers away, and to move and stack containers quickly and accurately. For the past 14 years, the port has maintained its leading position in global container throughput. So you are as curious as me, how do 120 staff manage the world's largest port? If you like our video content, please click to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can receive all our latest video content. Now, let's get into today's topic. Today, in the 21st century, ports are not only key nodes in global trade, but also a direct reflection of a country's economic strength and international competitiveness. As the world's largest trading nation, China has ranked first in the world in terms of cargo and container throughput for 7 consecutive years. At the same time, China has also established air route connections with more than 130 countries and regions around the world, and its extensive air route network covers all coastal countries and regions in the One Belt, One Road initiative. In 2023, the throughput of all China's ports will exceed 15.6 billion tons, and 34% of the increase in global maritime trade will also originate from China. But if you want to support such a huge trade volume, you must have a large and advanced port network. At present, China has established more than 1,400 ports, 7 times as many as the United States. Among the 10 largest ports in the world, China owns 7. These ports are spread across China's vast coastal areas and are equipped with up to 34,000 large berths. But among these more than 1,400 ports, the most eye-catching one is undoubtedly the Yangshan deep water port in Shanghai, because it is not only the largest port in the world, but also the most advanced 5G intelligent port in China. So, how did China build the world's largest port? Although the name of Shanghai Yangshan Deep Water Port directly reminds people of Shanghai in China, it is actually located on Yangshan Island in Zhejiang Province. 20 years ago, this was just a sparsely populated island, with only 3,000 residents living on the island. However, a grand development plan will turn it into a hub for international shipping. In 2002, the Chinese government decided to invest 18 billion US dollars to build an international-class deep water port on Yangshan Island in Zhejiang Province. It was originally composed of dozens of islands of different sizes, and the surrounding water depth was more than 20 meters, which provided the most ideal conditions for the construction of a deep water port. In order to connect these islands, the Chinese engineering team used sand blowing and reclamation technology to successfully integrate these scattered islands into a continuous piece of land. In this process, the Chinese engineering team used more than 100 million cubic meters of sand and gravel, ultimately creating a new land with a total area of 8 square kilometers, which is equivalent to the total area of 1,000 football fields. Until 2010, Yangshan Deepwater Port successfully completed the construction of the first 2 phases of the project, and its container throughput exceeded 29 million TEUs for 4 consecutive years, making it the largest port in Asia. In the following 10 years, Yangshan Port continued to invest in the 3rd and 4th phases of project construction until the project was successfully concluded in 2020. In the same year, the port's container throughput reached an impressive 40 million TEUs, further consolidating its leading position in the international shipping industry. As of 2023, Yangshan Port will have more than 30 berths, with an annual throughput of up to 889 million tons. Approximately tens of thousands of containers circulate here every day and are shipped to various parts of the world. But you wouldn't believe it. In the world's largest and busiest container port, you can hardly see a single worker. What appears in front of us are rows of red and white modern large-scale port equipment, each of which performs its duties and operates efficiently. This is because there are only 120 employees in the entire port, and they all operate the daily work of the port remotely in an office area 100 kilometers away. So what's going on? As the largest and most advanced fully automated container port in the world, Yangshan Port has cooperated with Chinese 5G companies in 2022 to build more than 55 G base stations and 4 Beidou ground-based enhancement base stations. With the support of F5G fixed network communication technology, the port has successfully implemented remote operation technology up to 100 kilometers away. This means that operators do not need to be directly on site, but can observe and control heavy machinery such as bridge cranes through a computer screen to carry out precise cargo loading and unloading in a central control room hundreds of kilometers away. This model allows the port to achieve 24-hour uninterrupted operation, and the container processing volume in a single day can reach more than 26,000 TEUs, which is far more efficient than other ports in the world. What's more worth mentioning is that, thanks to the comprehensive deployment of 5G base stations, Yangshan Port has also planned a 42-kilometer-long intelligent road system. In this system, smart heavy trucks in the port area can accurately position themselves through underground magnetic nails, independently plan optimal driving routes, and achieve automatic navigation and active obstacle avoidance. These self-driving transport vehicles require no human intervention and can operate normally in extreme weather conditions such as high winds or dense fog. In addition, these smart heavy trucks, coupled with intelligent bridge cranes, can automatically complete the loading and unloading of a container within 15 seconds. In addition to advanced intelligent technology, all equipment at Yangshan Port is driven by electricity, achieving zero emissions and significantly reducing environmental pollution. Ships docked at the dock also use shore-based power supply systems, avoiding the use of diesel engines and reducing exhaust pollution. Compared with traditional manually operated terminals, Yangshan Phase 4 terminal is not only more efficient, but also safer. In my opinion, Yangshan Port is not only the first smart port in the world to implement the application of 5G plus intelligent driving technology, but also a model for future port construction in the world. However, since the fourth phase of China's Yangshan Port was completed and put into use, it has posed an unprecedented challenge to one country, and it is Singapore. Singapore is located near the Strait of Malacca, a key area known as the world's transportation crossroads. With the popularity of global container transportation, Singapore has also taken advantage of its geographical location to rapidly develop into the world's shipping center. In the past few decades, many cargo ships from Vietnam, China, Japan, the Philippines, and other countries have passed through Singapore and even docked at its ports, which has greatly increased Singapore's economic benefits. However, with the commissioning of China's Yangshan Deepwater Port, which has deep water terminals and advanced facilities and can accommodate larger container ships, it directly threatens the traditional shipping advantages of the Port of Singapore. In the past, many ships had to pass through Singapore for cargo loading, unloading, and transshipment, but now they can choose Yangshan Port as a new transfer station. This change not only reduces the volume of seaborne cargo passing through the Port of Singapore, but also reduces Singapore's economic benefits from shipping services. To not miss out on our future projects and news updates, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. We will continue to provide you with more exciting and interesting content.